like, share, and subscribe. It's your man. Check out the description box and all that. Look, I'm going to be walking, and you'll see my face a little bit. Sometimes you won't see my face, but most importantly, you'll be able to hear my voice. Right now, there's this video that was put on social media on Instagram by this profile page, Hood Zone TV. I will place the link of the video in the description box, what I'm about to talk about. And in this video, it shows this mom. I guess the mom is cussing and screaming at her teenage son. He's a big boy, husky brother. And she's beating him with this metal pipe thing across his back and hitting him. Get your bitch ass on it. Get your hoe ass over here. I don't give a fuck about what them people think. No, what I call a humiliation ritual. And he's walking out, no, Mom, I wasn't doing what they were doing, trying to save face. Because he's over there with at least 20 of his buddies, a bunch of other fatherless little black boys around, young black teenage males, and probably 18, 19-year-old, but a whole crew of black males, and they were sitting there in silence. I'm going to break down the psychological aspect of all of this video. Y'all just give me a minute. And she's cussing and beating him with this pipe, whatever this thing is, with her fat, raggedy, loudmouth funk ass. Yeah, because I got a problem with that kind of stuff. I'm going to continue by saying this. That right there reminded me of, y'all remember years ago during the uprising in Baltimore when they were kind of challenging the police after the murder or death of Freddie Gray by Baltimore police. Was that New York or Baltimore? Anyway, go and look it up, Freddie Gray case. And people were just outraged at how they did it when they arrested him. So they were just taking him to the hospital. I think they injured him and before on his way there, and I think broke his neck and all that kind of stuff, right? And so the people, there was a riot that broke out. And they were throwing rocks and sticks and everything at the police cars. They were wearing masks. A lot of young people. They were just kind of sick of the police brutality there. And so a mama, to come to find out, some hair-headed, obese, loudmouth, ratchet black woman came out there in front of. Now, it had cameras everywhere. She grabbed her son, who probably was like 5'10" at that time. He was much taller than her, tall, slender black boy, probably about 15 years old. He had on a mask fully covered. She spotted him. And she grabbed him by his shirt. Come on here. What the hell you doing? What you doing out here? Just cussing him out, talking crazy, smack him on the back of his head, just beating up on him. I mean, he was trying to get away from her, and she would run after him, beating him in the back. Come here. What the hell you doing? You're running now? Then she takes his mask and snatches his mask off. You trying to hide? Let the people see you. Y'all don't understand how smoke was blowing out of my ears. Say, wow, this woman just exposed her son probably to more danger. Number two, see that behavior, beating him up and grabbing him and snatching on this grown boy could have easily beat her ass. But black boys, when they're not raised around their fathers, black women are so brutal to their boys, so brutal because they know that these boys are going to grow up to be men, that they try to put that fear in them early. They're brutal to them at 3 years old, brutal to them at 4. So the boys get used to a woman beating their ass. You got these big old grown black men today would say, well, I'm still scared of my mom. I'm telling y'all, that bothers me. Because I didn't grow up with a savage black mama. She was a single mother, but she wasn't a savage. She wasn't ignorant. She wasn't a street bitch. She wasn't on drugs. She wasn't, oh God. No. Whew, give me a minute. Now, there were people around me who got that kind of work. But my mother, my brother can attest to this. She didn't treat us like no bitches. She didn't humiliate us. She didn't disrespect us, degrade us. She didn't do any of that. She didn't have to do that to get her point across. That's what I'm saying. See, women have no business alone with black male children after a certain age. People keep saying it, but due to the fact that black women have bought into this lie that, yeah, black women, I'm going to be a strong single mother. And you're raising these violent, angry boys. Now, let me tell you what happened with that situation. I'm going to come back to this video here. With that situation, she beat him up and beat him up and beat him up and snatched the thing out. He tried to run from her, to keep from his natural maleness coming out. Because I know if a man had been hitting on that boy, he would have turned around and two-pieced the hell out of him. But see, there's something about you can't hit this woman that's brutally attacking you. And see, I don't know anything about that, because my mother never slapped my face, never talked to me like a dog, never. So I don't understand that. And I grew up in the inner city in the hood. For those of you who's wondering, you must grow up in the suburbs. Hell no. I grew up in Hollywood Springs, down in North Memphis, you dig? So my mother always said, I don't care if you was born in a barn. You don't have to look nor act like an animal. That was her quote to us as little kids. And I always kept that quote. I made it a part of me. I don't care where you come from, the ghetto, the projects, you don't have to act like no nigga. Because that's not part of your DNA. And so, but unfortunately, too many of these mamas are giving birth to babies in the ghetto when they ghetto as shit. And that's how they respond. Again, psychologically, women have no business alone with children, male children. Because as that boy begins the process of growing up, and if father's not there, because they love having babies without fathers. This is ridiculous. All the evidence and statistics point that boys need their fathers, because there's something natural about a boy. When he grows up, his masculinity starts coming in. And he began the process of searching for manhood. And a woman, she's so busy trying to maintain control that she tries to beat it out of him. Doesn't that sound familiar? Let me take y'all back to Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome by Dr. Joy Leary. Go get the book so y'all can get some sense. And go read some of the teachings of Dr. Amos Wilson. Go get some sense. See, on the plantation, that's how the black mother used to beat the son in front of the plantation owner. Because he knew when he got a certain size or age, he's going to either, put him out in the field to be a breeder, a buck, or he's going to sell him off to work for another plantation. Something brutal, something messed up. So when old overseer of the plantation over come around and said, whoa, old Rico there's sprouting on up, ain't he? He looked like he's about to be strong and be able to work. And then he about 9 years old. She's like, no. And she would say, the mother, no, master. He dumb, he's stupid, he can't do nothing. And, boy, get out of here. Go on there, and verbally assault him. And then also, as a way of survival, to keep their sons alive, the mothers would brutally beat their boys in front of the plantation owner to make him submit to the plantation owner, meaning, don't you ever buck that master now, because he'll kill you. Don't ever do that. So these women train their boys to be beholden. She was training them to be beholden to master, thinking to keep them alive longer. But even in that process, under the guise of survival on the plantation, you kill the spirit of the man in that boy child. And so we still have that going on when videos like that. That woman, that woman that beat her son up, teenager, so many years ago, in that video. And what was so sick about it is, and I'm bringing it up to today's video as well. Black America, a lot of single black mamas and some lame ass black dudes. Man, she was saving his life. Man, she helped him out. The police could have killed him. Or that. She's a good mama. She put herself out on the front line to get her son. She went and got her son. But what they don't know is, because she's a woman, she don't know how men are built, how men are formed, how a man is formed. See, a lot of these mamas got these old broken ass men today because they were too busy trying to keep them alive and not get them a father or a mentor where that man can be formulated and nurtured in him. So when he grows up, he'll learn how to be a protector of probably a wife one day. See, all of this has a connection. Y'all wondering why are so many of these 30-year-old men, 25-year-old men, 35-year-old men are not settling down, or they're going from woman to woman, or they don't have that protective spirit in them. Well, the only somebody they beholden to is their mother, because she's not the white. There's no longer the white plantation owner in her face. It's her. She wants him to be beholden to her. So all you women out there that call you your husband or your boyfriend, the mama's boy, because as soon as she snaps her finger, he got a girlfriend, a wife, he got children. But as soon as she called that phone, he drops everything to go see about his mother. It comes from that. And we're so sick, we equate that brutality and that beating with some kind of love. That's how sick we are. We all need to go to therapy because we need to be deprogrammed from that plantation experience. Whoopings came from the plantation. But you know what didn't come from the plantation? Fatherlessness. Because when you read the annals of history, it'll teach you that most families, if not all of them, were together on the plantation. Even though they were slaves, they were still getting married. The fatherlessness didn't start, well, come on now, hold on. The fatherlessness started until 1967, 68, when Lyndon Baines Johnson and the white feminists got in the ears of black America and told her, sister, you don't need no man. I'm going to be your new zaddy. I'm going to give you some welfare, food stamps, benefits as long as the man ain't in the house. That's when fatherlessness started. Because when we were Jim Crowed and segregated legally, families were intact at 79 to 84%. But we got to be all integrated and find out we can move to the white folk neighborhood, and we left our neighborhood businesses and all that, and we got to do it. All of a sudden now, fatherlessness started popping off. 77% of black kids are born without a father. Back in the days of Jim Crow, barely 20% was born out of father. But after 1968, 77 to 82% born without a daddy. Because now they're empowered and strong. They don't need no man. But see, every time you do some crap like that, you're going against your nature. So here we go, these women out here having these of the emotional maturity, psychological stamina to raise children on their own. And look at these ghettos. Look at these men out here that these women complain about like they so goddamn healthy. The women that's beating on those boys, those the women that raised those boys, these men today that y'all complain about. Come on, somebody. And number 3. And I'm relating both of these situations. The video that's going around right now, y'all praising her and she's saving her son. She a good mama. And let me tell you some of these stupid Negroes were saying. Oh, this is what these kids need. They need a mama like that. No, sir and ma'am. They need a father. Because see, why these women out here, like that bitch in Baltimore and this trash ass bitch in this video right here, they always fat, ugly, and raggedy. You'll never see no pretty women beating up on no kids. You ever notice that? You never see any slender, fit, friendly, beautiful women beating up on their children. Even if they were single mothers. It's always these old cracked out, ugly ass, fat ass, malnourished, bony neck ass, big forehead, pregnant eyeballs having assholes that's beating up on their children. Go look at it. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know that video that came out last summer where this horrible black woman came to that elementary school and snatched her son out the cafeteria and called him all kinds of N-words and mother lovers, and the teacher stood there and nobody intervened. She beat him out the mismatched socks he had on. Hey, mother lover, you said that, and treat him like a pure dog, worse than an animal. And those teachers didn't move. It's something about the brutality being perpetuated against black boys that entertains everybody. Not just white folks and other folks, but black people too. He needed that. But I guarantee all of y'all, had there been a black girl or a little black girl that little ratchet ass, cracked out, meth smoking ass broad snatched out the cafeteria. All those teachers would be like, wait a minute, don't do her like that. Had that been a father beating up on a black girl in Baltimore those years ago, whole world would have been upset. Had this been in this video, a father beating his daughter with a metal thing across her back and her head, all of us would have been outraged. So why is it okay for black boys to be beaten and treated like animals? Why does that still entertain us today? I'm telling you, we need to go to therapy. And let's go back to that Baltimore bitch. Let me tell y'all somehow how dirty this game is. She get your ass in there, get in there, beating the boy up, just beating him up. And I wonder how he turned out. I'm telling you, psychologically, I don't think he matured. That's worldwide humiliation. I don't think he fared that well, but maybe they'll do a where are they now and find out what the little boy is. If he's not homosexual, I'd be shocked. If he's not in prison from killing somebody, I'll be shocked. I'm going to get to that right there, what I just said. Y'all watching these black boys, watching this boy getting beat up by his mama. He don't know any better. He was trying to walk off just like the boy did in Baltimore. This big husky boy like, oh, mom, he trying to run and get away because she's beating him up in front of his friends. Y'all wonder why so many black boys out here don't think twice about killing another black male. Again, let me tell y'all about psychology and development of one's brain in how children develop, particularly boys. They have ego and pride too, but women don't respect grown-ass men, so you know they're not going to respect the ego and pride of young boys, because women don't know shit about raising boys. So all they know about is emotional. So you got all these emotional boys raised by emotional women, so they act out emotionally in society. Hence, they might get their ass whooped or killed by the police. Hence, they're going to join a gang and they're still searching for a level of masculinity. Hence, they're going to murder other black men to prove, listen to me, to prove that they ain't no bitch and no hoe, like this boy mama recently called him all kinds of bitches and hoes because she did that in front of his peer group. So, and people in the comments, man, he ain't gonna never leave that down. I bet you won't do that no more. Now, what he's gonna do is he's gonna try to hurt every third black male he comes across to prove that he is a man, to prove that he ain't no bitch and no hoe. That's what his mother called him, and she was brutalizing him in front of those other males. Because around them, he probably knocking everybody out. But you gonna stand there and it's like, it's the weirdest thing. These same black men will try to break the arms and legs of other men, but when it comes to women who are hurting them physically, they sit there and they'll let them kill them. What kind of fucked up psychological so-called pseudo-manhood training is that? You let women beat you to death to kill you, humiliate you, but if a man accidentally steps on your tennis shoes, you clearing the club. Get out of here. Who's raising these a bunch of mamas? I know damn well if I had a son, and I was married and I had a son, and I saw my wife cussing him out or hitting on him, she would be choked up against the wall and explain, you don't put your hands on this boy. Because I need him to grow up to be able to protect you and his future wife and his children. You don't beat the manhood out of him at 12, at 6, and 4, and 5, and 15 because you scared because he's getting big. He's supposed to get big, damn it. He's a boy growing into a man. And that's what a lot of these women be doing. We're trying to beat them down. And so that's usually what happens. When you take the pride and ego from a boy and destroy it as a teenager, he's going to grow up to be a horrible ass young adult. Something psychological is going to break. And you wonder why he's malfunctioning or not functioning as an adult. Oh, hey, Mom, he was trying to like, she's so busy being in her feelings and being so angry. Get over here. She could have, just like the woman in Baltimore. Someone like, well, Rico, what do you think? She should have done. I said, you know what, that woman in Baltimore, she saw her son, she could have put her hands on his shoulder and said, son, come here. I know you're hurt, son. We're all hurt. And she said, but I need you. Come on, son, come with me. I don't want you out here because I don't want you to get hurt. And she could have touched him on his shoulder. Now I'm speaking to you as a, no, like the way a feminine, nurturing, caring woman would do. But see, a savage, she'll never do this because she's an ignorant dog and a savage. She don't know shit about this. But this what the mama should have done, even in Baltimore. He was out there with his peers. You know, they were out there fighting together what he believed was a war to save his life and his neighborhood against what he believed was a perceived enemy. That is the police at that time. She said she could have grabbed, she could have let him keep his mask on, but she saw her son. She could have called him. She could have said, boo, or don't call his name. Just said, come here. You know it's your mama. Come on. He said, son, I don't want you out here. Come on. And he probably would have got up and let him keep his mask on and walked him on and said, son, I love you. I don't want you to get hurt. You know, you all I got. You my responsibility. He probably like, oh, ma, I got to be out here. But like, come on, son. See, that would have saved him because nobody saw his face. That would have saved, he would have been able to save face. Now, this old heifer that took her ass around that trap house around 20 other males of his peers, she could have done the same thing. But see, they ain't built like that. They're built like animals and savages and no nourishment, no kind of feminine qualities about them. She could have walked that young man out there. You see, if he was a bad boy, if he was a horrible, rebellious boy, he wouldn't have let her pull him off. He wouldn't have let her beat all on him in front of his friends. She could have said, son, come on, man. I don't want you out here because I'm afraid for you. You're my son and I love you. She could have sent that message and it would have resonated with the rest of those men. Come on, son. I love you. I need you to come on. He would have come because he obviously wasn't a bad kid. But what you did, ma'am, you created, as they say, that's his origin. That's going to be his origin story. That's going to be his origin story. You wonder how the Joker got here? Well, y'all just witnessed his origin story. Now, if his mom was more nurturing, she could have said, hey. But see, even with this lady here, I know I'm going back and forth. Y'all keep up with me, okay? People were cheering her on. I said something wrong with black Americans. And if they need to pay us this reparations, because we need it for therapy. We need our cheese. And black people need to take their ass to therapy. You think brutalization is okay? And you say that we went through so much during slavery, during 100 years of Jim Crow, lynching and beatings and hanging. No, hanging and lynching, same thing. Police brutality, discrimination, and then to go around and perpetuate that same plantation owner behavior on your own children? What's wrong with you? Crazy. So, for those of you who thought that was cool, you need to go seek help, you sick son of a bitch. If you're trying to justify her behaviors, she's saving her son. Well, let me tell you, as a mental health professional, she did more damage than y'all think she did good. Yeah, just like on the plantation, he's going to remain alive, but inside, dead. Yeah, because all mamas want their son to be alive. They don't want them to be healthy, functioning men because they don't know how to do it. And so it boggles the mind why so many women volunteer to have children without a man, without a father. They let you know how nature is what it is. Shout out to God and nature. They be so hungry for masculine energy, these hoes will start laying there with studs. Sickos. Told you, don't nobody like God no more, just those of us who don't go to church. We see them be more in touch with God than the people who go to church. Weirdos. Y'all think that's okay? And it did something to me. It's like I was traumatized all over from watching this video. And I'm tired of these videos where black boys are being dogged out by women. What's wrong with y'all? There's nothing manly about a man getting dogged out by a woman. No woman, mama or whoever the fuck it is. There's nothing manly about it. I'm going to keep saying it. And any man that think that's okay, you a sick bastard too. And this training has to stop in our race. It has to stop. If you want to reach black boys, you go over and talk to them. All that beating and whipping like a plantation owner. Hell, he'll probably wish he was dead after that scene. Yeah, black boys are human beings too. And ma'am, and let me tell y'all, you women and all you dudes that's cheerleading that crap, what she did, she ain't do shit. She made things worse. See, If she was such a good mother like y'all trying to say she is, that boy wouldn't been on the corner on the trap house in the first damn place. Y'all ain't ever thought about that? Obviously, she didn't raise him when he was 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 years old. Obviously, she was a shitty parent. That's why he out there searching for manhood, out there with the trap house with the rest of the little thugs. And it was so interesting how, as some people noticed it, that it was completely quiet as she was doing her completely quiet except for the guy that was recording. He thought it was funny. That's how sick it is. Black boys and black men laugh when other black men are being attacked by women. Y'all answer me in the chat. Whoever watches this video, if you watch it all the way towards the end, answer me this. For me to think that you're not retarded or mentally ill, why do y'all laugh when y'all see black men being harmed by women? Why y'all think that's funny? What is it about you that makes, is it a nervous reaction or is it a flashback that happened to you and you're laughing because, I thought it was, I'm glad it's not me. It's like, I've never laughed when I saw a woman attacking a man. I don't know why. Yes, I do know. I'm going to tell y'all in a minute. 2 reasons. But I never thought it was funny. I never thought it was funny. When I see a woman, a mother, assaulting a boy child, especially a big boy, a teenager. Now, I've seen moms spank their little boys, like, get over there. But a boy that's 15, 16 years old, 14, 15, he's a big boy, and the mom just beating him up all that. I said, whoa, something ain't natural about that. What you doing beating up on a halfway grown-ass man? But then you'll teach him, son, don't you ever put your hands on a woman. Y'all see how backwards that is? So some man, I need y'all to please send me a message in the chat right here. Answer that question. Why do so many of you think it's funny? Why do y'all giggle, even in the bar or the club? Y'all see a woman just cussing a man out. And y'all just, oh, shit. Ooh, man, she on his ass. Ooh. Why y'all think that's funny? And then as soon as he backhand her, oh, bro, no, cuz, that's a female. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all really retarded? Where's your manhood? It's the weirdest thing. Somebody gonna have to help me now. Somebody got to help me. And again, please respond to that question. Let me know something I'm missing. I never found that to be funny. Maybe it's 2 things. I said earlier, my mother never degraded my brother and I in public. She never degraded us in private either. We got spankings and whoopings and stuff. But she never degraded us the way these black mamas think they call it discipline. We never got that. So I'm sorry if I can't identify with that foolishness. Yeah, I'm black. I grew up in the hood like everybody else. Grew up on food stamps, welfare, and a single mother. So for y'all trying to say, well, he must say, yeah, I went through all this shit. But again, I guess that's how our mother, I guess that's the example she laid for us. My mother's always a lady, always feminine. Now she whooping, yeah. But with my brother and I stopped getting whoopings, I think, when we reached the 5th grade. We didn't go to the streets until when we got to junior high and high school. We were too busy working little jobs. Yeah, we trying to get money in our pocket, not from selling dope or joining gangs and all that silly shit. Because we didn't want to embarrass her. We had more self-respect than that. So, but anyway, a number 2 reason I don't think it's funny, because also in my household, I grew up with domestic violence, and I had pimps. One of my uncles was a gorilla pimp, the other pretended he wasn't. I grew up in that. Trick, you say I think they laugh out of ignorance. Something going on. This somebody got to tell me something, because this is weird. Because I grew up in a house with pimps. I'm not saying it's a positive, but when your environment, you do pick up stuff, right? And one thing about the pimping, one of my uncles, rest in peace, Porter Brown. He was a gorilla on them. And no woman finna talk crap to Porter Brown. Man, backhand, skillet to the head. If you laid on that money, damn, they're dead. You hear me? Project Pata. That Gorilla Pimpin' is a real song. There's real people out there. So that's what I witnessed as a little kid growing up in my house, that kind of violence. And so I don't think it's funny. And I guess I have this way. No, I can't stand to see a woman disrespect a man. Because I know the actual consequences when a woman disrespects a man. That's what I used to call it when you had a real uncle growing up in the 70s and 80s. You know, them uncles that would work on cars and twist the screws with their bare hands, and took when they was fixing on the car, they had what's called a oil rag. They washed their hand with an oil rag, then took the same rag, wiped the sweat off their face with that rag. Y'all grew up with men. And he was a pimp, this particular one. And oh yeah, the pimp hand was real. I heard it and I saw it. Fist to the face, kind of stuff. So I didn't pick up on that behavior and start behaving that way physically, but I think it shaped my attitude as it relates to how I relate out here. I don't do women talking smart to me. I don't have that. I don't say stupid crap like a grown men do today. Man, I'm 40 years old, man. My mama about 70, man. I'm still scared of my mama. I've never thought like that. It's the weirdest thing. Where y'all fathers at? I didn't have no daddy, but I still know that wasn't manly. And my mother never, look, I don't even allow my mother to curse or talk crazy to me. She's my mother. She's not God. Well, now, if you want to do that. She's just my mother. I don't owe her my soul and my dignity and my ego and my pride because she's my mother. Who came up with this shit? If I give all that to her, what am I going to have to give to my wife or my children? If I were to have, you give all that to your mama? You niggas are stupid. You brothers are stupid. Y'all need to be taught. And I can go on and on about that. Because how these guys are just broken. You worshiping your mother? You got a whole wife and can't hardly have a girlfriend? Don't know how to relate to your children? It's crazy. Well, damn. So anyway, I think I've said everything I want to say about that situation and got on my damn nerves. And it really made me sick is how we still so sick, we think that's okay. It's not okay. That video is not okay. She did not save his life. Because if she was interested in saving that boy's life, she would have been raising him when he was little. You don't wait till somebody get damn near grown, all of a sudden you finna try to save face and try to show, trying to put the message out to the world that you just this strong mama, this got a heavy hand on her kids. Drika says, the old women used to teach the younger women to respect and mind their husbands. Not anymore. You're right. And they try not to even marry dudes they have to respect. They get these old effeminate mama kiss ups as husbands. It's weird. The weirdest thing, I'm here to tell you. And so, it's the weirdest thing. But anyway, I didn't approve of that video. I guess y'all can tell by now. After about 30, 40 minutes of me ranting. And I ain't like it one damn bit. I did not appreciate it. But anyway, it may be some things I left out. Y'all have more to add. Please feel free to go at it in the chat. Let's get the conversation started. It is all right for mamas to be beating up on early adolescent or teenage boys like that, even beating up on girls. No, what's with the brutality? You're supposed to start raising children when they're 2 years old. You don't wait to start trying to raise them when they're 14. Yeah. But anyway, I digress. It's your man Rico. Y'all like, share, subscribe. Those of you who subscribed, thank you so much. Y'all are getting me closer to 1,000 or 1,500 subscribers. And I'm almost there to the 4,000 required watch hours. I think I'm at 3,000. Y'all keep pushing it. Your boy gonna get monetized, and we really gonna have some conversations. I'm talking about some live call-in conversations. Until then, thank y'all so much. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. And mess with me in that description box too. My book and all that stuff. My PayPal and Cash App is in there. Y'all be cool. Talk to y'all later. Peace. Wait a minute, let's see. Drinker says, I'm going to watch the replay. I just caught the end of your live. Okay, I appreciate you, hon. Talk to you later. Peace.